Bholaa, another remake from Bollywood, but this time it's in a very different style than the original, and that is an exciting factor. Will this be the norm going forward with remakes in Bollywood? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and I just came back watching Bholaa, which is a remake of the Tamil film Kaithi. Now having seen Kaithi, it's impossible to not compare the films, but first let's just talk about Bholaa 3D. I don't know why. I think it was clear from the teaser and trailer that it will be over the top. It's full on mass commercial hero film, almost a superhero type because Ajay Devgan is flying and killing people, and it comes with a solid story. It's definitely very over dramatic, very sentimental, very loud music, and the background music is very weak. If you remember the music that played in the teaser, that's there just for 2 minutes in the film. Now with Ajay Devgan directing, he always loves doing something different, and there are a lot of camera tricks going on with certain stylish shots and camera movements which look good. But coming to the high octane action, it's all CG. You can tell easily, and because there's so much of that, they decided to do it in 3D. The way the action is designed, it's definitely never seen before. There are a lot of elements, a lot of camera movements, very dynamic, and it actually feels a lot like a video game, and it's like different levels, and at each level a different villain shows up with higher power each time. But there is zero authenticity in the action. The first time bikers show up with very hi-fi bikes and face mask, and they are doing all these stunts around the truck, and it literally feels like this gang belongs to US, not UP India. I knew the country is growing and advancing, but I didn't know even the gangsters are. And the whole set design of the forest, everything, it's all CG. You can tell easily. So there's a disconnect in the story that you're setting it up in UP, but there's no relation to it. And most characters in the film, have become caricatures. Like an actor like Deepak Dobriyal, who's so good and is given to do an ascetic villain. So let him do it. Why you're making the camera move so much? There's a scene where he's killing someone and the camera is just dancing on him like that. Why? Let him just perform. Every villain has some scar or the other. They have this deep, hard voice. You can see that they're acting to be ruthless and scary. There's some comedy also sprinkled throughout the film, and these are basically few lines which most time got a laugh from the theater, and at some moments it was unintentional. If Kaithi was 10, this film just raised everything to 1000. Now unlike the original, in this one we get a backstory of Bholaa, and we also get a flashback of it, which actually also sets up a main villain for the sequel to come. And even at the end we get a tease of it. It says to be continued. We get a big reveal, and I'm actually excited to see where they'll take it, because I think it's the first time where they have remade a movie and then they're gonna continue the story in their own manner. So that's something new and fresh. It will all depend how well this film does. But coming to the comparison with the original, now Kaithi was all about the brilliant screenplay. It was a genre film. Everything in the film happens within one night, and from the start of the film we just get into the story. The drugs have been caught, the gangsters are after the police, and now they need someone to help them. But in the remake Bholaa, we start the story from a chase sequence where police is catching the drugs. Then we cut to Bholaa coming out of the jail, and establishing the title Bholaa. Now in the original the police inspector was a male, but here we got Tabbu, and I think that was a good choice. Makes the dynamic more interesting, and with her character also we get a backstory, and I think she did fine, but there was not enough for her to do. Now in the original, there is a mystery about Kaithi. We don't know who he is. We just know he's been released from the jail. What he did before that, all of that is kept secret. We have no idea, and the film maintains that till the end. And actually the first time we see him is almost 20 minutes into the film. Before that we never see or hear anything about him. Whereas in Bholaa, in the first 5 minutes we get a scene of him. Then there's a constant guy in the jail talking about who Bholaa is, and that goes on throughout the film every time he's doing action. Then the famous biryani scene in Kaithi. In Bholaa it's changed to tandoori chicken, but again it doesn't have the same impact. And also in the end, the machine gun scene, the most iconic scene, again in Bholaa it doesn't have the same impact because Ajay Devgan doesn't have the same ferocity while he's doing it. He's just taking the gun both sides and people are just coming and getting killed. That's it. I think Ajay Devgan as a director did a good job, but as an actor he was just one tone. Either he should have done something different with his performance or casted someone else. Now in both films I had issue with the comedic scenes. Not even comedic scenes, the comedic characters they had, just so that you could create comedy out of them. I don't think they have a place in this kind of story. Maybe just to ease up the tension, but you want that tension to keep building up. Technically, and also because they had better budget, Bholaa has some very interesting things going on, but Kaithi is far superior film storytelling wise. Going forward, only thing I would want LCU, the Lucas Cinematic Universe, where Kaithi is, to take from Bholaa is to introduce some good female characters. Not just, characters like Agent Tina, but characters who are involved in the story also, and cast some good actors for that. So both films have the same story, but very different style. Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. Do you know why so many films are flopping at the box office, but just few are making so much money? You can check out this video to know that. You can check out the award function we did and find out the winners for it in each and every category. If you like this, hit the thumbs up button, share this, and I'll see you next time.